It's 3:17 a.m. You're asleep, but your devices aren't. Somewhere in a different time zone, someone just bought your banking credentials for a few dollars. They don't know your name. They don't care about your birthday. All they need is access. He clicked the link. Now we own everything. Paul Cyber. Signing in. Case file 021 unsealed. Click. The following case file contains reconstructed events, verified cybercrime incidents, and anonymized victim accounts for educational purposes. Viewer discretion is advised. Real attacks, real consequences, real people. Before you scroll past this video, take a moment and look around you. Your phone, your laptop, the router blinking quietly in the corner. Every device is a door, and behind those doors, someone's waiting. Someone you've never met. Someone you never will. A hacker who doesn't care about your name, only your access. In my previous videos, I revealed you different cybercriminal groups that have been terrifying the cyberspace globally, how they operate, and how you can avoid falling victim to them. You can check them out. But in this video, I will be referencing some of their cyber attacks tactics relating to this case file. This story isn't about corporations. It's about you. And it starts with something you do every day without thinking. Logging in. Every 11 seconds, someone becomes a victim of a cyber attack. That's not a tech industry scare stat. It's real. Just in the time it takes to watch this video, dozens of people will have their lives disrupted, identities stolen, bank accounts drained, or worse, become blackmailed for their own data. You might think, why would they come after me? I don't have millions. I'm not important. But that's exactly what they count on. Hackers aren't just targeting billion-dollar banks or Fortune 500 companies anymore. They're going after the overlooked, the distracted, the connected, the everyday person who reuses the same password on 5 websites, clicks the wrong link half asleep in the morning, or connects to free Wi-Fi without a second thought. They don't break in. You let them in. One of the most terrifying stories in modern cybercrime started just that way. A late-night phishing email, disguised as a Dropbox link from HR. It looked harmless. It wasn't. Within hours, a ransomware payload had detonated inside the hospital network. Life support machines failed. Records vanished. Patients were diverted mid-surgery. This wasn't a Hollywood movie. It happened in real life. In Dusseldorf, in 2020. A woman died because of it. That hospital became a battlefield. And the enemy? A faceless ransomware group calling themselves Doppelpaymer. But they weren't the only ones. In recent years, an empire of digital predators has risen, organized, well-funded, and terrifyingly efficient. LockBit, a name that now echoes across the cybersecurity world like a warning siren. They've attacked over 1,000 organizations across continents. Their weapon? A type of malware, so advanced it can automatically detect and spread across networks, encrypt everything and demand payment, all in minutes. Their victims include engineering firms, airlines, and even schools. When LockBit hits, the lights go out, files disappear. The only message left behind? Pay us or lose everything. And still it gets darker. Clop, a ransomware syndicate based in Eastern Europe, executed one of the most coordinated cyber assaults in modern history. By exploiting a single vulnerability in a popular file transfer tool, they infiltrated hundreds of companies and government systems in one synchronized move. No brute force, just quiet, calculated precision. Within days, they had access to sensitive records, payroll data, even social security numbers. They didn't need to storm the gates. The gates were left open. But perhaps the most chilling name in this underworld is Lazarus Group, a state-sponsored believed to be behind the $625 million crypto heist on the Ronin blockchain. They move digital assets across dozens of wallets and platforms, covering their tracks with tactics that would make intelligence agencies jealous. And while headlines screamed about the money, few noticed the broader implication. A rogue nation funding itself through cyber warfare, undeterred, undetected, and emboldened. And yet, despite the headlines, most people still think, it'll never happen to me. Let's test that belief. You're working from home. A Zoom call just ended. You're tired. Your inbox is full. You see an email from your boss. Subject line, urgent, end of year bonus approval. Inside is a link. You click it. It takes you to what looks like a login page. You enter your password. Stop. In that moment, you've just handed your credentials to a hacker. Not a teenager in a basement. Not a loner, but possibly part of an organized cybercrime cartel. Within minutes, they're inside your company's network. They're creating backdoors, escalating privileges, disabling alerts. They plant ransomware. They copy sensitive files. And just before dawn, they encrypt everything, from your CEO's emails to payroll files to trade secrets. The ransom? For $1 million in Bitcoin. Your employer? Panicking. Your job? On the line. All because of one link. What makes these attacks so dangerous isn't just their technical sophistication. It's the psychology behind them. Hackers know when you're distracted. They time attacks during holidays, during layoffs, during crises. They understand human behavior. They exploit urgency, fear, greed, even compassion. They send fake shipping notices near Christmas, COVID relief forms during the pandemic, fake tax refunds in April. They don't just hack machines, they hack minds. And you're not immune. In fact, in many ways, you're perfect, connected, casual, overloaded, and trusting. But here's the truth most people don't want to hear. No firewall, no antivirus, no VPN will save you. If you are the weak point, if you click the link, if you don't question the source, if you reuse the same password you made in high school, it only takes one mistake, one moment of comfort, one blind spot, and they'll take everything. Your photos, your documents, your tax records, your medical history, your entire digital life, held hostage or dumped onto the dark web for the highest bidder. In one case, a Florida couple was extorted after hackers accessed their baby monitor and recorded private moments. In another, a business executive was blackmailed with fake deepfakes created using his social media photos and voice clips. Technology has made the impossible routine, and it's only getting worse. We are now living in the era of hybrid warfare, where a cyberattack can do more damage than a missile strike. One successful intrusion can shut down water treatment plants, power grids, emergency services. In 2021, Ireland's national health system flatlined, appointments canceled, surgeries postponed, MRI machines frozen, staff locked out of critical systems. The largest ransomware attack on a healthcare network in European history. The criminals? A group called Connie. The cost? Over $100 million in damages and unquantifiable human impact. They didn't use force. They used a phishing email. If that can happen to national infrastructure, what do you think they can do to you? So how do you fight back? You start with awareness. You treat every link with suspicion. You stop reusing passwords and use a password manager instead. You enable two-factor authentication on everything. You back up your data offline. You educate your kids. You educate your parents. You assume you are already a target because you are. And if you're still skeptical, consider this. In 2023, a single email to a school district in Los Angeles triggered a breach that exposed the data of over 400,000 students and staff. The ransom demand? Undisclosed. The damage? Immeasurable. It doesn't matter who you are. If you're online, you're exposed. This channel exists because we believe truth is the first layer of protection. We expose the methods, the motives, the madness behind cybercrime. Not to scare you, but to prepare you, because fear without action is pointless. But knowledge, that's armor. The next time someone sends you a link, pause. The next time your browser warns you about a site, listen. The next time a random number texts you about a delivery you never ordered, delete it. These aren't just annoyances, they're warning signs. The next target is already chosen. The phishing kits are preloaded. The scripts are automated. The bots are scanning. And the clock is ticking. You're not paranoid. You're just finally paying attention. This is the new battlefield. It's silent, it's invisible, and it's everywhere. And whether you realize it or not, you're on it. If you care about digital safety, this is your channel. Subscribe to Paul's Cyber Files right now. We go deeper than headlines. We uncover the stories they don't want you to hear. Stories that could save your data, your identity, your future. Like this video if you've ever been phished. Comment if you've seen something suspicious. Hit the bell so you never miss what's coming next. Because this war isn't going away, and everyone's exposed. Tomorrow's attack has already started.